All right, people, we're live. So I'm going to be looking at the comments. I'm going to be waiting if you have any questions, and I'll be answering any question you might have. Ask Joe anything. It could be about chlorine dioxide, how to gas with it, how to use it as a liquid for, sanitizing surfaces like water damage, mold, all those different things, odors. And we teach you how to gas with chlorine dioxide the proper way with the very best tablets in the world at the best price. Now, what if you have a question about marketing? Well, then you can ask me a question about marketing. You know that Craig and I own a marketing agency. You got a question about business growth? I can help you there. You want private consulting? Let's talk about that. It can be mold. It can be odor. It can be anything. So if you have a question, just put it in there. So I'm going to wait for like a minute to see if anybody has questions, but there's something that I really want to share today on my screen, and it will be in the link once the recording is over. Once I'm done going live, you're going to have the recording there that you can watch over and over again. If you're not, of course, a lot of you are working right now. You might not even be here. So I want to make sure that you get to see these recordings and what we're talking about. I will put the link below this video for what I'm about to show you, the checkoff list for doing odor removal in home. So look, it's 12:01. Why don't I just share my screen? Let's do that. Share screen. I don't need these tips. I'm going to share this screen. Let's share it. And now, that doesn't look good, does it? Let's do this. Let's try this one. Why is it not? Well, this is awesome. I'm live and I'm screwing it all up because I haven't done this with sharing the screen. I can't believe it looks like that. Huh. Okay. So that's not what I want to do. Let me go back here. All right. Well, that's my first time sharing. I have John here today from Minnesota. John drove out from Minnesota with his family. They're on vacation. And he came to see me, and he's here right now. John, come on into the screen real quick. Say hi to everybody. There's John Oyen.
Hello.
From Minneapolis, Minnesota. He's a carpet repair guy, and he's one of the best in the world. He's unbelievable. Now, you may not know this from the video, but he's like 7 feet tall. So you better behave yourself, okay? So anyway. Oh, hey, there's Craig. Craig just said hi, John, right there in the screen, man.
Oh, look at that. Hi, Craig.
Hi, Craig. Anyway, Craig.
Hi, Craig.
So I'm using a green screen in the backyard, so my hair looks like it's sparkling, and it almost looks like I'm bald, doesn't it? But that's cool. But I was trying to share a screen, Craig, and it doesn't seem to be working. Even when I click on this and I share my screen, it seems to let me see something here. Nope. I'm trying to figure out how to share real quick. It should let me. There's share screen. I know. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put it on another screen real quick. Hold on. Let me move this over. Craig, can you see this? All right, now we're showing it. That's awesome. I want to make it to where it's much. Oh, there we go. Now we're. Oh my God, man! If I had $1 for how awesome I was, I'd have like $1. It's so awesome. Okay, so look, this I'm going to put this on there. I think it's really good to talk about this because we have a checkoff list right here, right? And this checkoff list is all about our TAV system. And you know how we came up with that years ago, the TAV system. You can call it the Enviritize system. You can call it any system you want. You can call it your system. But on this system right here, we have checkoffs. And it's everything you would ever need to know about doing odor remediation in homes, businesses, and any of that type of stuff. It tells you what you might need in your van, like Tyvek suits, right? Yellow rubber gloves, full face respirator, absolutely important is the respirator and the vapor cartridges, right? Knee pads in case you don't want to like wear your knees out if you're crawling around all over the place. Over here in odor, right here for the odor remediation, you can see you're going to need duct tape, painter's tape. Painter tape's really important because you use duct tape on paint. What happens? You take it off. It takes the paint with it. And if you didn't have a waiver sign that some paint might come off that wall, then guess what you get to do? You get to paint the house. Isn't that awesome? So you don't want that to happen. You want to use painter tape anytime you're touching a surface that you're worried about the paint being removed, okay? All right. So then, then we have buckets, 3 and 5 gallon buckets. Those of you, what we need to add to this that know about the new Rhino CO2 gas machine, we're going to add that to this list, right? Because it's not on here. So we'll add that because some of you have that. A lot of you have bought that machine and you're using that with great success. Okay. Okay. So a mixing tool. If you're using AB kits for some reason, I don't know why you would be, but if you were, and let's say you just love really, instead of it taking 5 minutes, you love things taking like an hour, right? You love wasting time because you don't need any money, man. Time's not money to you. So you're going to mix these buckets instead. If you're into like saving time, saving money, helping that client with a better product, then you're going to want to use our new Enviritize Solutions tablets, our Enviritize tablets, right? And you're going to want to use those. Okay, warning signs. I can't stress this enough. Warning signs are so important. We have several members that have not put warning signs on the door. And we have a member in this house was way out in the middle of nowhere. No way anyone's ever going to walk by that house, right? Nothing's ever going to happen. They don't need the warning sign. The mailman saw some gas in the house from the gassing and called the fire department. The mailman. Doesn't matter if your house is in the middle of nowhere. A mailman might come by. I can't remember if it was a mailman or a neighbor taking a walk down the road or something, but this house wasn't around any other houses, right? So the fire department kicked in the door. He got to buy a new door. They didn't know what it was because there was no warning sign or an SDS sheet. Very important that you're adding warning signs, not to just the front door. Every door that they can go in that house. If they can go into through a sliding door, put it on a sliding door. If they can go in through the garage, put it on that garage door. If there's a door outside the garage, put it on that door, the front door, the back door. Anywhere there's a door, you need to put signs because you never know where someone's going to try to come in. Okay. All right. Let's move down this list a little bit. All right. So CLO2 tablet kit size, right? So you're going to want your tablets in your van or your truck or whatever you're driving. A lot of this stuff is very outdated now that I got to redo. The 30 grams stabilized CLO2, we now make our own because all of our tablets are 6.5 pH. Our tablets are stabilized products, okay? So they're all stabilized. And so what you're going to do is just use let's say you want to make a gallon, a 4-gram tablet, 2 ounces of soil break. You're going to have we're talking about stabilized, not number one cleaner. Stabilized, it doesn't matter. All of our tablets are stabilized. So you can use any tablet. A 1 gram makes a quart. A 4 gram makes a gallon. A 10 grams makes 2.5 gallons. A 20 gram makes 5 gallons. And a 100 gram stabilized tablet makes 25 gallons of a stabilized solution. Okay. So now you have a product that's much cheaper. And if you don't need a bunch, you just use a 1 gram tablet and make a quart. Right, John?
That's right.
Yeah. You just need to use a 1 gram tablet. You don't need to waste money here. Okay. So now we have, we have air freshener 101, 102. Now we call them 20 gram and 50 gram products, right? They're sachets and it's the same product, right? At a lower price. So yeah, if you don't want to save money, no way you want to buy from us, man, because you love spending money. You love spending because look, you're single. You don't have to buy birthday presents or your wife's not going to complain at you because you spent more money than you needed to. There's no one to hold you accountable if you're single and you don't know a soul on earth. But if you're not single, I suggest you buy from us because we're a much better price at a better product, right? Because we want to save you money every day, every hour, every minute, every second. Okay. All right. So remember I was talking about the number one detergent? Well, they don't even make that anymore. So we have the same thing and it's even a better product because we've tested it and we take our chlorine dioxide with soil break. You all know about, what is that candy? The buttercup, the peanut butter cup, right? The chocolate meant the peanut butter and it was a perfect marriage. Our chlorine dioxide stabilized tablets meet our soil break and oh my gosh, It's the perfect product. It's the perfect cleaner for tar on walls from cigarette smoke or for pipe smoke or tobacco smoke, any type like that. Curry, when you're doing those curry jobs, it just melts off the walls with our product. It's all green. It's completely safe. Did you know that the #1 detergent had a hazardous shipping fee because it was hazardous? Our product is completely safe. No hazardous shipping fees, nothing like that. All right. So then over on the right, you can see a HEPA vac you might need, right? If you're a HEPA vacuum, the tools, hoses, electrostatic sprayer, maybe a fogger, you might need fans, Zippo poles. If you're making a containment, let's say you're doing something in one room and you want to gas just the kitchen because it only smells like curry in this kitchen. I suggest that you always gas the whole house because airflow goes everywhere. So it's kind of crazy to pinpoint something. But what if they're on a fixed income and they can't afford the whole house? Well, you can contain that kitchen off and just gas that. Now you're using less product. The price will be less for that client. If it was me, and I know the way Jesus works and how he gives back tenfold every time I give something away, I would probably do the whole house if they couldn't afford it anyway and charge for that one room. I love doing things like that. And you all know that because of the pricing that we charge for marketing or for all of our products. You know that we're those people. We love you guys and gals, right? We want to help you and we want to make you successful. Okay, so let's move along. I don't see any more questions, so we'll just keep talking about this. SDS sheets, extremely important that if you're using a 100-gram tablet or any of our tablets, you have our SDS sheets and you're using those. In fact, it's going to, when this video is over, right below here, you're going to see a link to the SDS sheet. So you have them. Okay. So I'm going to send that to you because I would put it behind my door, form that I put on the door that says, deodorize and do not enter, call this number in case of emergency, all that kind of stuff. I would put mine in those like sleeves that paper sleeves that you put, those plastic sleeves. I'd put the do not enter in. I'm talking so fast I almost couldn't talk, man. And then behind that, I'm putting the SDS sheet. And I'm also putting an SDS sheet on the kitchen countertop because it's extremely important. If the fire department needs to get in, the police need to get in, they need to see that to see what they need to do to whatever they're going to do, right? Of course, we got, poly film that you might need, painter's poly. I love using painter's poly because it's so easy to work with when I'm gassing. If I'm trying to, even underneath my buckets or my machine, it's just easy to lay out, right? Instead of using 3.5 mil or 6 mil, something like that, right? Where can we get the SDS sheet? Well, Cody, I know that you're watching and you're probably this probably isn't Cody, it's probably his wife. But right when I'm through with the video, it's going to be posted right below this video when I'm through doing the live session. So you're going to find it right there. Okay. I'm going to put it on there. How I just mentioned that. Okay. Great question. Thanks for asking. Cause you really do need that. Okay. Look, infrared FLIR camera. Those are so good. Those are so good to have because you can see moisture, you can see heat. When you're doing odor removal and like, let's say a mouse dies in a wall. All right. Now, once that mouse is dead for a while, you're not going to see anything, right? Because it's no longer hot or cold. It's at the ambient temperature. But what you could see, if it's on an outside wall, there's an insulation on an outside wall. Okay. You're going to see like a cutout of that mouse, right? So you're going along with your infrared camera and you're like, hold it. What's that? Right. So then you could take the baseboard off. And if the baseboard is tall enough, you can cut a little bit right there, right above that sill plate, because there's a sill plate, the 2x4 that goes on the floor, right? There's a sill plate, and right above that could be the mouse, right? And so you might cut a little out to see if that's what it is, because if it's not, you can always tape that back in without doing a bunch of charges for drywall repair and put the baseboard back up. As long as the baseboard covers it, right? Then you can do something like that. But an infrared camera will show you where it's cut out because it's going to be colder in that area, cooler in that area than it is where the insulation is. So it's going to be more of a blue color instead of a red color or something, or a neutral color, like no color. So you can see the outline. You can see there's something in there. Okay. Extremely important piece of equipment. I love it. Okay. Okay. Hygrometers. Yep. Test humidity and temperature. That's always a good thing to do. You don't want the humidity too high. Okay, so we had a post yesterday in Facebook, and people were asking about humidity. How high can humidity be when you're gassing a house? And so I live in Colorado. I've worked in Colorado my whole life, right? In New Mexico. It's the same temperature there, same humidity. We don't have humidity. I've never had to worry about it. In fact, in the winter, it could be like 5%. In the summer, we might reach 40% sometimes. But of course, if it's raining, it's 100%. But I've never had to worry about humidity. If you're in Florida, you're in Houston, right? You're in South Carolina, you're on the East Coast and a lot of these ocean states, right, where the humidity is really high. Anna wrote in there that she lives, so she's in Tampa, and she said that she's done it all the way up to 70% with no problem. So she would know because she's in that area. So that's really good. I would think you want to keep it 60% and lower, but if it's okay at 70%, then heck. But I like the 60% idea for myself. ClO2 meter, a lot of you don't know what that is. The ClO2 meter is this little meter that when you walk into the house, it's going to beep, 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 beep if the chlorine dioxide is still above the safe level to breathe, okay? And it stops beeping when it's safe. Now, I had one. Can you do chlorine dioxide without the meter? Heck yeah, because your nose is going to tell you if there's a problem. If you're doing 24-hour gassing, like you're going in 9 o'clock in the morning, setting it up, 10 o'clock, you're gone, you're back at 9 the next morning. By 24 hours, like that much time, there's usually no gas left anyway, and you can walk in and breathe just fine. Right now, if they can't stay in a hotel, they might want you to do a quicker gas off, like 6 hours, 8 hours. You're going to have to evacuate all that gas. You're going to have to dump those buckets and evacuate that gas because it's not done doing its job. Okay. So that's something else we can talk about anytime. And as you see this list, it has everything. Remember, if you're using air bubblers, right? You're going to need D-cell batteries unless you bought the electric air bubblers, the fish bubblers, right? You can buy the electric ones and you don't need D-cell batteries. But what if you go to a house that doesn't have electricity? Well, you better have some of these as a backup. Of course, trash bags to throw your trash away. That's pretty simple. When we put extension cord and lights and all this kind of stuff, it's because what if there's no electricity? We're going to need a light. We're going to need a flashlight or something, okay? All right, and then the waiver. I will try to find the waiver today. We have it, and I'll put that under here also. It might not go under there right when I'm putting the SDS sheet and this form that I'm showing you right now, but I'll get it in there so you can find it, and it's in one place, okay? Of course, warranty, I'm big on, warranties myself, as you all know. You only give a warranty. So think about this. People are calling you because it says you have 100% warranty on your websites, right? If you're doing advertising with me. And so, of course, you want to give a warranty, but the only way to give a warranty is if they do it the way you say it has to be done, right? Like they don't, like for instance, John repairs carpet, okay? And I just watched one of his videos about stretching. And in that video, he was asking, can the furniture stay in the room when I stretch? And he said, no, because it can't, because he can't get a good stretch. So if I'm stretching carpet and the client says, yeah, I don't have nowhere to move this stuff, I don't want it moved, I want you to do it anyway. Well, there's no warranty for that. That's not how we do things. We need to move the furniture to get a good stretch and like that. Now, Yep, We Fix Carpet is John's website, and it's his Facebook page. If you're ever going to do videos, I suggest that you go to his Facebook page and check out some of his videos. He just started doing these. He's getting better and better with each one. I gave him a few instructions on how it could be a little better. But look, man, listen, I'm giving him an A. I give him an A+ if I can hear his voice a little better. Perfect videos, perfect walkthrough, man. I would hire him, definitely. I'm telling you, that's how important videos are. I keep telling everybody, market videos, man. Get on it, get a Facebook page and a YouTube channel and start doing it. I got story after story of the money Craig and I have made just because of our videos. Like I got a client today, made over $1,000 because he saw my video that I did water damage for 27 years. Not even a client. I didn't even know the guy. He saw one of my videos out there. So I'm just saying it's extremely important, okay? If you have like promos, like discounts for other things that you do, never go into a house. Never go into a house. Let me say that one more time. It's just important. Never go into a house without a list of your other services. If you have other services, you never know if they need their furniture cleaned or if they need their carpet cleaned. They're calling you for odor removal, right? If you're going in as a carpet cleaner, they may not know you're an expert odor removal specialist, right? Or you might do like John does rug cleaning also, okay? So that's a big deal. He cleans rugs. He's in there. If he's in a house stretching carpet, do you not think John is going to tell that customer, hey, I see your rug over there. It looks like it's a little dirty. Do you know that we clean rugs? Oh, no, I didn't know that. And so now John may be able to pick up what happens to his bottom line, right? What happens to John's bottom line when he's adding those extra services? Instead of it being, I don't know what he charges. Let's say it's $300 to stretch carpet, okay? Now he's going to clean this carpet for another $200 or something, depending on what he charges per square foot, per side for a good wool carpet, right? He just made $500 instead of $300 because he opened his mouth. Right? It's extremely important. Now, this is what I used to do, and it really paid off. We're talking about videos, right? I used to tell my client, if they give me a video testimony, I will take this much money off. I never discounted my price, because what happens if you just discount your price? Well, what happens is in that customer's mind, they're thinking, yeah, I knew he was ripping me off, because you're discounting. But if you're saying, look, I'm going to barter with you, your video will get me probably 10 more jobs. It's worth $100 to me. I want a 1-minute testimony is all I want. Now, you're not going to get that till you're done and they see the work, but that's a great way to start building up those testimonies. And while they're right after they do that video, you have them sign into their Gmail account and give you a 5-star review, because you want that review on Google also. If you have a Facebook page, a YouTube channel, go in there and give some reviews, man. Say something in comments and those things about how awesome. Have them do something like that. You're giving them money off. Let them know that you don't have any room to discount, but you do have room to barter, because you're going to grab at least 10 jobs from their testimony. I hope everybody understands how important that is. I did it my whole career. I was the largest restoration company in Southern Colorado. Why is that? Because of that one thing right there. People trust people that, and a lot of your clients are going to go, oh my God, I don't got my makeup on. I don't look like a movie star. If you look like a movie star, it sounds like I hired somebody to say what they just said. A normal person does not look like a movie star, right? They look like me, like John. We're normal. No, John's not normal. He's like 7 feet tall. He can kick everybody's butt here. But John, he's like a gentle giant, though. He's like awesome. Craig met him in Florida, and Craig goes, wait till you meet this guy, man. He's like, you got to look like that. And he's right. But John is like the coolest, most gentle person I've ever met. And he's a Christian. So that has a lot to say with it, right? Because he could be a gangster if he wanted to be, man. And we're all in trouble then. Okay. So anyway, then, principles of odor remediation is all on here. Like, you're going to write some stuff, right? Like you can read through this yourself. Okay. The source contaminant is, we're kind of giving you an idea of what you need to do to get the job done correctly. Right. And then check your paperwork, discuss risks. That's why you have a waiver, because if something's wet that you can't find and it bleaches that carpet, it doesn't need to be your fault, right? If they sign off on it, it's not your problem. But listen, I'm not saying rip the person off or screw up their carpet. I'm saying do your due diligence. You've looked everywhere. That's what's cool about an infrared camera. You can scan that carpet and it's going to show anything wet without you going around trying to fill it, right? The infrared camera, scan it all the way across each room, and you're going to see wet spots. Remember, bathrooms, right? What happens in a bathroom? You take a shower, you step out of the shower, what if you have carpet in your bathroom? Well, your wet feet are on the carpet unless you have a towel down. If you have a towel down, that's wet. And if you gas, it's going to have footprints. You're going to have footprints, okay? So anyway, remember the bathroom, get rid of the towels. I used to put stuff in a big contractor bag and put them in the garage if I'm not gassing the garage. If I was, I just take it with me until the next day, okay? Move that stuff out. Remember the laundry room. The clothes could be damp right inside that hamper, and they're going to bleach. So you need to look at all the places where there's water. Make sure you're wiping out the stainless steel sinks. In fact, wipe out every sink. Bring paper towels to every job. Wipe those sinks out, because chlorine dioxide on stainless steel could rust it. Now, it's easy to clean if it rusted. It's not the end of the world. You can get rid of that, but why make extra work for yourself? Just wipe it out so it's dry. Because if you're filling up buckets, you're getting that sink wet. You know that, right? Check the bathtub. check all that stuff. Don't worry about the toilet. Close the lid. That's not a big deal, right? It's not going to hurt porcelain. It's more stainless steel that has the problem. Right here, it talks about the waiver, extremely important. Advise removal of occupants, animals, plants prior to treatment. Of course, anything that breathes needs to be out of there. If there's a fish tank, you would cover it with plastic, probably turn off that air thing. Look, this is me only. If there was a fish tank in a house, I'm probably going to have them take it out or something, or do something with it. Because what if the plastic doesn't protect it, and they got this little fish called George that they've had for 3 years, and their daughter loves it, and she would die if you got rid of it, and now they're going to sue you for $1 million because you killed George. Don't kill George, okay? So I worry about, you all know I'm OCD, so I worry about certain things most people don't ever worry about. I know a lot of you have done houses and covered it. Complete success, right? We're talking about how I feel, right? Okay, so I'm and a lot of this stuff that you see down at the bottom here are the other products that we had. So I need to change this. I just noticed that. I'm still going to put it in here, but I'm going to get this changed up so it works for all of you. Okay. This works exactly. I don't agree with the 90-day thing. Look, they're not that expensive, man. I think 30-day time release is plenty to replace these things. You might have you might be using them and having great success at 90 days. That's fine. Keep doing that. I'm giving you my handle on this thing. I'm very, very much, I really want to help people. And when I tell somebody something, I want to give them 1,000%. So I do 30 days. That's what I change mine out every 30 days because it wears down, right? And I want it at the highest strength I can get all the time, okay? These don't cost much, and they don't even cost much for the client. What do you think it costs for a Glade plug-in that's killing them? Those are expensive. You plug those things in, it's all these chemicals in the air that they're breathing. Oh my gosh, man, you should be selling the heck out of these things. Not only that, you should be selling our gel kits. I love the gel kits, right? I don't have one in here. I was going to show you one, but you all know what the gel kit is. Okay, so let's move down a little bit more. We got 3 more minutes. This is perfect. Odor remediation procedures. Read this. I'm going to go over this. I'm probably going to revamp a lot of this, but a lot of this is very prevalent, and it's right now it is. Notify client that building will smell like a pool for a short time. Yes, that's right. It could be up to a month. Go in there, try our little trick using distilled water, fogging it when you're done after you evacuate all the gas. Fog it with that. We're having great success at getting rid of that chlorine smell, okay? Because chlorine dioxide gas is water loving. It wants to be water. It wants to be in water, okay? So it's going to head towards that distilled water. Why distilled water? Because it doesn't have chlorine in it from your faucet. It doesn't have all those other sediments and chemicals that can be in water. It's a great place to start to get rid of the smell without introducing new smells, right? Like the chlorine that's in water. Has the carpet been cleaned in the last 5 days? You don't want that carpet to be wet. The only people that have ever had trouble with our product didn't listen to me, gas the house, and bleach the carpet. And I can only 3 or 4 out of thousands of jobs over 6 years. Okay, so it's not like it's happening everywhere because it's not. No ozone ran for at least 5 days. Not that it's going to hurt anything, but it's going to smell really weird if they've used an ozone machine. Of course, all pets are out of the house, hamsters, everything. Have customer identify any drawers or cabinets to be left closed. Look, we've done 27 years being in restoration. I've opened some drawers that I can't get out of my head now, okay, because it was there. I saw it. And so you need to talk to them about that. If there's anything personal, just remove it, right? If there's a drawer you don't want us to touch, I'm going to give you some of this tape, Mrs. Jones. I used to give like that green little thing of green frog tape and told them just to leave my tape there and I'll pick it up when I'm done. And they put the green frog tape on the drawers they don't want us to open, and we didn't touch them. Okay. So, but just let them know you're not just running through all their stuff. If they have something that's private, remove it. Okay. Determine if a customer is on septic system. Don't pour the chlorine dioxide down the drain if they're on the septic system, because chlorine dioxide kills bacteria, and that's what keeps all the stuff out of the septic system so it lasts longer. They got bacteria in there to kill all the poop and stuff that make it whatever it does to it, man, eats it up. Okay, so look, we're at almost 12:30. Take a look at this. I will get all these forms out there to you. Okay. And let me stop sharing. Look, I really appreciate you being here. I really appreciate you guys talking with us and listening to us. We're here Monday through Friday, 12 to 12:30 Mountain Time. Craig just posted in there, Envirotest Solutions, find my dealer. If you need to buy some of our products, see where your dealer is. Just go into Envirotest Solutions, click on the Find My Dealer tab, and go to your state, and that's it. The phone number of that dealer is there, and he can take care of you. He can walk you through jobs. If you feel like you need more education, or you need more, or you just want to talk to me or Craig, just give us a call, right? You have our number, you have our email. It's everywhere. It's right below this video. I'll put it in there today. All right, thank you all so much for watching. I'm going to adhere to that 30-minute thing every day, because if I don't do that, I won't get any work done for all of you that have hired us to get you jobs. Okay, and so that's what I'm going to do. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great day.